moving on to Sadio Mane then. If I keep looking down, it's because Louise sent me all notes coming in clutch. Christian Falk says PSG are favourites to sign if he does not extend his contract. This may be a reason for the stolen contract talks as he is awaiting a bid from the French club. Do you think this is dependent on the Mbappe deal, Jay? Is he looked at maybe as Mbappe's replacement by PSG?
Apparently PSG are trying to just do a proper overhaul now. I think they know having like glamour players doesn't win you nothing. Neymar won't run, Messi won't run. Di Maria's older now and he's leaving as well. So I think Pochettino's like convinced the board like we need players who will actually put a shift in. And Mane is one of them players that's world class and puts a shift in. So it would make sense that that's what they want to do. But I don't think that it's got anything to do with the contract talks because from what I've heard, we were never going to start till the end of the season anyway. So I don't know. It might be his agent trying to get more money from Liverpool. But if it's true that PSG want to go down that route, then Mane would be your perfect signing for Paris.
What do you think about these reports, David? Christian Falk, very reliable. Mbappe does look like he's leaving PSG. That is to Real Madrid by the looks of it. He is a perfect, probably Mbappe replacement where he plays in that PSG side, and like Jay said, he puts a shift in. What do you make of it?
I think it's his age that if our PSG will be put off because they seem to be just buying like all the players and they're not really focusing on the project as such. They're buying players now for the now rather than for the late. I think that's where they've gone wrong in the past. Neymar was a good one and Mbappe was a good one, but other than that, they bought like all the players, Di Maria, Messi. You need those sort of players anyway, but especially in attack, you need to start focusing on your future. Those sort of players like midfielders, defenders to bring that experience, a bit like when we bought James Milner, and that experience he's given us throughout the team is fantastic. They need to do that in the midfield, but I think attack, you need to start really looking at your future, and especially if Mbappe is going, Mane is not going to replace Mbappe in terms of the next 5-10 years. That's what Mbappe's got left in him. Mane hasn't. He's got 1 year. If they want to fight for that Champions League, they need a project, and I don't think Mane is a right buy for that sort of thing, really.
I think the thing with PSG is though, they don't have to sort of plan for the future because if it doesn't work, they just throw more money at it next year. That's what PSG do. So,
but then it's a cycle, isn't it? It's still not working, so they're gonna have to change something at some point.
Do you not think though that
it is, yeah.
But the advice Sadio Mane for the pure basis of trying to win that Champions League?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the profile of the player. So like when Ferguson signed Van Persie was 29, 30, but he knew he was going to bang him 25 goals and win in the league, which he did. Mane, if they're trying to get it now where they want to win the Champions League this season, they're going to need players that don't do what Neymar and Messi do, which is just walk around the pitch. It is honestly like having two less players sometimes. So if you want players with work rate that can make an immediate impact, Mane is exactly the type of player that you want to be looking at. Any of our front line would be, to be fair.
Do you not think though if he spoke to Genie would tell him like how bad his experience has been? Like we spoke to a Leeds journalist, not comparing Liverpool to Leeds. We spoke to a Leeds journalist a few months ago, and he said that any player coming out of the Leeds squad would struggle anywhere else because they're built for the system that Leeds play in. So do you not think that players in Liverpool are built for our system, and maybe if they did go elsewhere, they wouldn't perform as well? Like, could you see Mane getting as many goals and assists aiming in for PSG? Like, we've seen Messi go from banging them in to not banging them in France.
I think Mane would in the league. Definitely, I think he'd be that league up, if I'm honest. But it's a Champions League. Like I said, I think they need to start focusing on the. They're not going to win the Champions League replacing Mbappe for Mane. It's not going to happen. So I think it's the wrong move for PSG. I don't know if that's me just being a Liverpool fan wanting to keep Mane, but I just feel like it's the wrong move. I do. I don't feel like it's the right move.
Well, this Jay, don't you think they'd prefer if one of them was if Salah doesn't sign his contract and does look like he'll go? Does that then wouldn't they want Salah instead of Mane, or like they said here, imagine they both left? Do you reckon that's possible?
I don't think PSG could sign both of them now. But yeah, Salah fits the profile the same way in which Mane does. I think the only difference would be maybe they're not going for Salaries. If Messi stays, he plays on that side sometimes. So how are you going to fit them all in? Which it's like that every season for PSG. But either of them are fit. If what's meant to have been said that they don't want the glamour players no more. They want players who work hard, because that's the only way you're going to win big trophies. Salah and Mane are them type of players that you want, that will run yards, and are world class. It's hard to find players that are both.
There's rumours Messi is going to into Miami, isn't he, and getting like shares in the club, and that was part of his deal.
I don't know. I seen Laporte the other day. Laporte saying he'd be interested in taking Messi back, but I think they need to just stay well away from it.
Yeah, it's too much in his wage, isn't it?
It's probably a good idea that, into Miami, because if he takes shares in it, then that's just, it's setting him up for after football, isn't it? Really, that's a good idea. That, I think.
Partnering with that. But yeah, Damon, would you say Mane would leave on good terms if he did go to PSG?
Yeah. I think he would leave. If he went to PSG, he would be leaving for money, which would annoy a few Liverpool fans. But I think what he's done, I can't see him faking an injury like Coutinho. So what he's done, I think, he would leave on good terms. He's done enough to sort of get away with that sort of leaving for money sort of thing.
Would you be happy with him going, Jay? Do you think it matters if he leaves on good terms? Like, how much would, if he was to go this summer, how detrimental is that to Liverpool's charge in all 4 competitions next year?
I've got to be honest, mate. These days, I don't worry about players leaving no more. I just fully trust Klopp to replace players. Like, I remember when we sold Suarez, I thought we will never ever see a player bang goals like Suarez. And don't get me wrong, I still think in a one season, I don't think I've ever seen a better performance from a player for a season for that year. But we replaced Torres, we replaced Salah. Replaced Suarez. And if we do sell Salah or Mane, mate, I do think we'll replace them. I don't want them to go, but it wouldn't be the end of us if we did.
Well, look what happened when we sold Coutinho. We were just panicking, weren't we? We were like, oh my,
I can see what Jay means though in terms of goal scorers, because you think about it in Liverpool's history, we've always had a goal scorer. Yeah, we had that little bit of a rough patch with the Andy Carroll and stuff like that, or Benteke and stuff. But we had like Fowler, Torres, Suarez, and then now with Salah, Owen. Like we've just always had a goal scorer. So
Sturridge.
Yeah, Sturridge, unbelievable. Just injuries ruined him, didn't he? Towards the end, he was.
Yeah, shame.